Welcome back to Policy Bazaar. I'm Arjun Bhagat, and with me is Naveen Kukreja. Naveen, we've been talking about insurance plans, we've been talking about term, we've been talking about ULIPs. What are staggered-based payouts of income?
So in a term plan, there's been these new products that have come in the last couple of years, which essentially, instead of giving a lump sum, which was the term plan earlier, that something happens to you, your family gets a lump sum amount. Now there are options where you can get a staggered income-based payouts. So I'll give an example. So for example, you take a 1 crore sum assured in a lump sum term cover. If something happens to you, your family gets 1 crore, and then the family needs to manage the funds and hopefully earn enough to kind of manage their lifestyle. In a staggered income-based payout, an example of that would be that instead of getting the full 1 crore, the family would get 10 lakhs upfront to manage certain costs, etc. But they will get 6 lakhs over the next 15 years, 6 lakhs each year for over the next 15 years, which serve as an income and essentially kind of serves as a regular income for the family for the next 15 years and takes care of them.
Right. What about, we've been talking about upgrading of insurance policies. Now, first of all, what does that term mean? And also, is it important to revise the policies that you have, relook at them, re-strategize? Because that's part of, taking care of oneself, one's family.
Absolutely, it's very important. What I would suggest to my consumers is that every couple of years you should look at what insurance policies do you have, how much cover do you have, because what happens is the needs changes over a period of time, the dependents change over a period of time, and your income and a lifestyle changes over a period of time. So for somebody who is just married, has one dependent in the form of wife, and has certain needs and expenses, but 5 years down the line, once you have kids, you have certain different expenses, certain different needs, you're thinking about their future. So your needs and dependencies have changed, and so has your income. So for example, somebody earning 7 lakhs, a 1 crore sum assured might be good enough, but 5 years later, if your income has changed from 7 to 14 lakhs, and so has your lifestyle and expenses, then you might need a cover of 2 crores to generate a similar amount of income. So it's very important for people to look at and review the cover that they have, and they can keep upgrading by buying typically additional plans for the difference.
Right. So keep looking at your plans, keep revising those plans. It's now time for your questions. We've got Sherry. She wants to know whether it's important to disclose about running policies while she purchases a new policy. She's planning to opt for a term plan from HDFC Life and already has a term plan and 2 endowment policies from LIC. Does an insurance company have the right to deny or reject a claim of death, she asks?
Sherry, first of all, a good decision on buying a term plan. It's absolutely essential to disclose all the insurance policies that you have, because the insurer uses that information to determine what is the risk or the cover that they want to you to opt for, or they want to allow for you, which is part of their risk underwriting. If you haven't disclosed this information at the time of applying, that's a ground for insurers to reject your claim later. So absolutely declare all the insurance plans that you have.
Right, we've got Rohan Mathur, who's 26 years old, a sole earning member of his family. He wants to invest in life insurance plans that doesn't cost too much. What advice would you give him?
Rohan, the best and the first plan that you must go for is a term plan. If you're a single bread earner, like you mentioned, for your family, look at what's your income, and like I said, go for typically a cover between 12 to 15 times your annual income. So if your income is 5 lakhs, go for a cover between 60 lakhs to 75 lakhs. That's the best investment you can make for your family in case something unfortunate happens to you.
Right, we've got Rajat, who's 30 years old, has been investing in short-term investment instruments such as mutual funds. Now he's planning to invest in life insurance plans and wants to know if investing in a term plan is a good idea. I think it's an excellent idea. Naveen.
Rajat, a couple of points. One, mutual funds is not a short-term investment plan. Don't look at it from a short-term perspective.
Right.
It may not give you returns all the time. Look at it from a longer-term perspective. Secondly, term plan, like I just said, is probably the best investment you can make for your family if something happens to you. So absolutely go for a term plan which is appropriate for your income and family needs.
And at 30, it's a great time to get in. You'll probably get a really low premium.
Absolutely.
Unlike me, who bought it at 40. But the next question is from Shivani, who says that she'd like to purchase an insurance policy online. However, she's a bit apprehensive about taking it forward, as it is not easy. She says no one helps you. Plus, there is always a question of credit card, debit card frauds. She wants to know how she can safely buy an insurance online. Now, that's a concern that many people do have.
Shivani, so that's a concern a lot of people had, before the e-commerce kind of really started picking up 3-4 years back. Right now, Shivani, there's absolutely no reason you should have any concern in buying a policy online. The policy is the same, the costs are cheaper, so it's actually beneficial. Of course, you do have to do some research on your own, which is actually good for you in the long run, because when you're depending on an agent or a bank to tell you about policy, you don't know whether it's the right thing or not. So do that research. It's not very difficult. If you go to a site like Policybazaar, you can compare different options. We also have a 24/7 customer assistance, so you can speak to the customer representative, or you can speak to a customer representative of an insurance company to clear all your doubts that you have. And buy the right plan for yourself. As far as credit cards or debit card frauds are concerned, in my mind, there are as many frauds that happen because of offline purchases. If you go to a shop, you don't know when somebody is scanning your card, what are they doing with it. So the risks are similar. The payment happens at insurance companies' end. So there is actually no concern from that perspective, because insurance companies are governed by regulators and they are adequately capitalized. So you shouldn't be worried while buying online insurance policies.
Thanks once again, Naveen, for joining us on the show. But you can also tweet your queries to us at Twitter at PolicyBazaar_in. You can email us at queries@policybazaar.com. And we'll see you next time with another episode of Policy Bazaar. Goodbye.